Hi. So today we want to understand a very important fundamental theme of the electronics, and it's very importantly we can say that if we can understand about this particular topics, then throughout our career in the engineering career, it will give the mileage. In the device side of the electronics and communication engineering, or electronics instrumentations or electronics or any kinds of stream, this particular subject and this topic is giving you a huge mileage. I hope all of you can understand that this particular topic, that is the transistors. Yes, today we just go for the we want to know about the transistors. Now, first of all, as we have already mentioned that AOTD AP, this is the procedure of the study. So, for the analytical meaning, we first hit that why transistor is called transistors, why it's named like that, that is the transistors. First, we have to concentrate on that. Basically, transistors coming with the two particular terms, that is resistor transistor, that is trans and the resistors, transresistor. For this particular two term, it can be possible, that is the transistors, trans resistors. Okay, but what is the theme behind that transistors? That is very very important to understand. So for that point of view, we want to go for a very conceptual theme. First of all, I want to say, in several books, in several lectures, some of the teachers are representing in the different way, but I have under another different way. I want to represent it in the different point of view, and I hope that you enjoy these particular things. Suppose you consider one pipe, and suppose this pipe is made by P, N and P. Suppose this is a pipe, and this pipe is made by PNP. I hope you know about this, what is P, what is N, what is P. So this is the P type material, this is N type material, and this is also the P type material. Now, why I am studying these things? What is the requirement of behind this? Actually, just start for the analysis things, analytical things. So we have to analysis these particular things, that if there is PNP, when I just study the diode, that there is PN junctions, and after that this PNP junction, how it's activate, how it can be working, these things we have to study. So for that point of view, we have considered, suppose suppose there is one electron. I want to uh, pass this electron through inside of this pipe. I want to pass this particular electron through inside of this pipe. So to pass this electron through inside of this pipe, what we need to do, we have to we have to give some force. We have to give some force in here. We have to give some force in here, this side. Otherwise, it's not go through this pipe, and otherwise it's not go through this pipe. So for that reasons, we have to apply one force in the electron. Now I am asking you this question. Suppose I want to move these things, this board from this side to this side. For that reasons, I am introducing the force. I want to move these things from this side to this side. So we have to make this force. This uh, we apply force in here. But in case of here, in case of this, if I want to pass through this particular PNP pipe, then what kinds of force we can apply? Yes, that is also very interesting force. That is the EMF, that is electromagnetic force we have to apply to pass this electron from this side to this side. One electromagnetic force we have to apply, that is the EMF, and basically the EMF is equals to a voltage. So to pass this EMF, to pass this electron through inside of this particular pipe, we have to apply one force, and this is the electromagnetic force, and we have to pressurize this particular electromagnetic force. For that reason, this thing is passing through this pipe. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. These things till now we have cleared, that we have to introduce that EMF. So what is the meaning of this? This electromagnetic force applied for passing this electron through this pipe, that means we have to bias this electron. That means we have to bias this electron, which for this particular bias, this electron can be passed through this pipe. That means in case of any things, in case of any circuit, in case of anywhere, for the purpose beings, if I apply the voltage, for the purpose beings, if I apply the voltage, then that is called the biasing. So we can understand the concept of biasing. That is the concept of biasing. That means I am applying the voltage to passing this electron inside of this particular pipe. Okay, very good. Now come to the point that electron, I am to apply this electromagnetic force. For that reason, electron is coming in here. Very nice. So when the electron is coming here, you show here the majority carrier is whole. Here the majority carrier is whole. Okay, here also the majority carrier is whole. Suppose considering this blue is the whole. Suppose considering the majority carrier blue is the whole. Okay, now next, here is the majority carrier in the N type is the electron. Suppose you consider this red is the electron. Suppose you consider this red is the electron. Okay, well, so I want to pass this electron through here. That means we just passing one electron from this side to this side. Okay, so for this passing, we apply one electromagnetic force on this electron, and you show here the majority carrier is the blue color, is the whole. They can accept this electron very easily, and this electron is coming here. The electron is coming here, it's passed in here through, and for the purpose of this biasing, it's come here. Okay, and when it's come in this particular region, when it's come in this particular region, at that time you show there is the majority carrier is electron, and here the majority carrier is hole. Hole is try to attract this electron, and here is also electron. They are just try to repel this electron. Here the electrons is the majority carrier, just give one repulsion in here, and here it is also the holes is try to attract this electron. So for that reasons, there is one resistance in this particular junctions. Suppose this is R1 resistance. We are considering that the junction resistance is R1 between these two junctions to overcome these junctions by this electron. Okay, well, suppose what are the electromagnetic force we have applying in here. Suppose this force is much more greater than this particular resistivity, this particular resistance. So there is a resistor concept is there. So for that reasons the electron can easily pass from this side, overcome this particular resistance, and then it's coming to here. And then you show in that case there is also this electron is neutralizing here, and then it is, as it is the force creating the force in here, so it's coming in here and then come to this positions. And you show here is the P is the majority carrier, is the majority carrier is the hole, and this electron is repelled by the electron in here, and the hole is try to accept this electron, and then very easily this particular junctions the electron can passing is very easily. Suppose there is also a resistance, this R2, but if you consider that this R1 is the junction resistance and R2 is the junction resistance, then you show that R1 is much more greater than R1 is the much more greater than R2. R1 is much more greater than this R2. So for that point of view, a resistor concept, a resistance concept is transfer for this particular junction to this particular junction. A changeable resistance is presenting for this particular and this particular junction. For that point of view, we can able to say that is the transistor, transfer resistor. This is the transfer resistor concept. Same things it can be happen for any kinds of, if it is the N type, it is the P type, it is the N type, same things happen. But the things is it's a vice versa. But you can, I hope you can understand that a transfer resistor concept is introduced in here. Through that the electron is passing, jumping in this particular region and this particular region, it takes some resistance, because here the resistance and this resistance is different. So transfer resistor concept is coming in here in this position. That's why it is called the transistors. That's why the concept is called the transistors. I want to say that several books there is some concept of the forward bias, reverse bias concept, but things is that is also true. But in my point of view, I am just representing it's like in the different way. At the same time, if I am introducing the concept of reverse bias, forward bias concept, that is also true. But it's a very simplest way by which you can very easily understand the transistor. That is, I hope that you can understand very easily why the transistor is called the transfer resistors. Thank you very much.